Starting today, new restrictions are in effect at all Indy Parks after city officials say thousands were seen gathering in Eagle Creek Park alone. That's where News 8's Richard Essex is live there to explain some of these changes people are already seeing this morning.
Well, last week, the city estimated that there were 3,000 to 5,000 people that were in this park, and judging by the sunshine that we had this morning and the number of people that we have seen coming out here, they were expecting a big day. But you can see from these concrete barriers and the stop signs and the two big signs, this park is closed to vehicle traffic. Both the 56th Street and the north entrance at 71st Street, no vehicle traffic allowed. We've had a number of people that have come up here, even with all the signs, asking if they can drive in. No, you cannot. The city wants people to park at a parking lot that is over on 56th Street and to walk down here. Now, cyclists and pedestrians, runners, people who are out walking your dogs, you're more than welcome to come to the park, but they do not want people coming out here in their cars because of the number of people that were out here last week. And if you do come out here, the city is asking that you stay at least 6 feet away from others. And now, if it's somebody in your own family, your own household, you can walk side by side. But when you're running along through these trails or riding your bike, try to steer clear. Now, the city has also closed all of the city dog parks. The city has closed all family centers, playgrounds, basketball courts, golf courses, indoor facilities, the shelters. The rowing center out here at Eagle Creek has also closed tennis courts. Now, during the closure, the city is encouraging people to come out here, but to follow the CDC guidelines and to make sure that you're staying away from people. We've seen people out here running with their faces covered with masks on. They are collecting $3. They're asking that people give $3 when they come in. There is an honor box up there, but Jonathan, we want to show people we do have park rangers that are out there to make sure that people do not drive through there. And just past the park rangers over there by the entrance is an honorarium box. And so they are asking for $3 if you're not a member of the park. Now, this is expected to go on for at least another 2 weeks. And again, the park rangers are out here to make sure people keep their distance and to keep vehicles out of the park. In Indianapolis, Richard Essex for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Now, Richard, before we let you go, I know there's trails that run along 56th Street and further south, too. Have you seen a lot of folks on those trails actually practicing socially distancing? Because I don't think there are signs on those trails letting folks know about that.
Well, there are a couple signs, but we have seen people that are trying to practice social distancing. And when you see people running side by side, you're hoping that they're at least from the same household. But we've seen a couple of groups come by where they're kind of spread out. So I think people they're conscious. But when you're out here running, you're out here exercising, and sometimes it just gets the better of you. You get closer to people. But I have seen graphs where people are running, and your breath, and if you cough or sneeze, can cover almost an entire trail. So that's one of the reasons, even when you're outside and it's well ventilated and all that, still keep your distance from other people.
Some folks might think it's rude, but maybe if you pass somebody, you just got to go into the grass and go clear around them. All right, Richard Essex reporting live for us. Thank you. New on Daybreak, we're showing you a sign of support in Greenwood, a literal sign here. The Greenwood Parks Department installed this on Thursday nights on the Smith Valley Walking Bridge. It says, "Thank you, healthcare providers," on both sides of the bridge. The Parks Department is actually the ones who designed and constructed this sign. Looks like a happy ending for a coronavirus patient at Community Hospital East. Caregivers cheered on DeMarcus Johnson as he was discharged from the hospital. Community Health tells us he spent his 39th birthday fighting for his life after he was admitted on March 21st.
I just want to say thank you for everybody help, because, without everybody's help, I may not have survived.
His nurses and caregivers were also included in the video you see here, wishing him well. You can find more stories of recovery and other uplifting community stories on wishtv.com. Just click on the red banner at the top of our homepage. You can also find breaking news there and the latest from Governor Holcomb, also an interactive map tracking cases around the world. Time is now 9:09. A virtual draft for the WNBA and an upcoming draft for the NFL. Here's Anthony Calhoun.
Yeah, hey, good Saturday morning to you. Cut up next here on Daybreak Saturday. We're talking WNBA, the Indiana Fever. They have their latest pick. We'll tell you who's coming to town. Also on the way, we're less than a week away from the NFL draft. So what is Chris Ballard and the Colts thinking about and their moves next week? We're going to hear from the Colts GM and more. That's next here on Daybreak Saturday.
You're watching Wish TV, Indiana's only statewide TV news network.